Reach in my backpack and get that bottle of whiskey. You want something? No, man. Okay. So you feel that heat? I said, no, ma'am. So she put her hand under mine. I said, yeah, I feel it. He said, it's the coolest time of the year. We think it's the hottest time because the heat's leaving. Say they're not gonna feel the heat leaving. But they up here, it ain't no dinner. So they'll eat the bees. Who's responsible for your dinner, boy? He told me that way back then. Babies are born not hating nobody. They learn it from their parents. From the time they was 1 to the time they was 8. Mm-hmm. You don't see no hatred, no meanness, no whores, no pimps. They learned that from you. I mean, think about that. God, huh? And there's an accountability to that one. Every frog, every grain of sand, every leaf on a tree. Huh? So what can you want for? You can't get it repeat. It's every day, ABC. Mm-hmm. And a Muslim cousin of mine, you participate.
Right.
You participate.
So that's the structure.
Yeah.
And it's white supremacy or patriarchy?
No,
How would you
it's
label
white supremacy.
Okay.
White supremacy. That's who it is.
Okay.
That's how it works. In Japan, and you saw them soldiers putting up the mirror. That's bullshit, man. Because the lie was too big. The lie was too big. But you can look at people. When I went downstairs to use the men's room, if I come back and the brother put some, you hear me? You'd react to the red paint. Gave you. And then everything changes. The baby, the pen is sticking, the baby. Okay, all right. Huh? But you know something's wrong with the police, man. That's before I learned anything about good and bad and nasty and evil. Fire truck. It's the Jews who's being killed. Because it keeps happening over and over and over. That's what this is about. I can't believe that you telling me. This is what goes on inside my head. They get busted for malpractice. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. Huh? You see them. You're in the station with them. You see them. And to be a white cop in America, unless you follow the family tradition, there's something wrong with that. There's too many opportunities for white boys. You think cops is better trained or more spiritual? No, then the white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. They stop. In America, got a Confederate flag somewhere in their flags. All you got to do to these southern states. Okay? You don't own it no more.
Right. Yeah, they had to sell the photo archives. Yeah.
Okay? So you can't have nothing in this country they don't want you to have it. Huh?
Yeah. Well, is that part of the game? Like we can have money, but we can't have wealth as black people?
No, that's tricky language, man. My grandma don't know what you just said. Let me tell you something, man. If you was a congressperson, get a piece of the defense budget. Defense budget, districts. It's Democratic districts. Not Republican. Huh?
Okay.
Chicago. I'm sorry, St. Louis. Congressman. Why? McDonnell Douglas. So you can't figure it out. And this is what it's about. In D.C., there's a huge place they build in that gambling casino, National Harbor, of the land that he owned. One day, said, Mill, we need to talk to you. We got the documents, we're going to buy your land. Him, don't worry about him, that's narcotics. That's the drugs. While you was in the room winking at that waitress, he was putting drugs in your car. So we're fixing to bust you. It's that simple. But I didn't care about it, about the trick.
So we define the white folks as, so I guess, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants or white folks? Okay.
White folks.
So if...
And I know all white folks ain't white.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell white folks that if you can't get on the phone and call the stock market and determine if they're going up or going down, you ain't white.
So, I mean, is there such a thing as an Illuminati?
Uh,
Is there an Illuminati?
if you know about it, it's not. That's bullshit.
Okay.
The real things that count, most black folk don't know about it. The Illuminati, black folk can't even read or write, know about the Illuminati. What's that? Huh? It's like the Boule. Talk about black folk. Well, tell me what business they own. What company they own. Y'all sit around talking about the Boule, huh? What goes behind that? Okay? It's the stuff they put out, man. It's a game. Right. But it's okay to ride behind a silly game. But when you shoot my dad or my son in the back of the head 40 times, that's off limits. Okay? Okay? So this is the game. Athletic stuff, I don't even mention their name.
Right. But...
I never said that.
Okay.
I never said that.
Okay, so what?
I've always been listed in the phone book. I never had a bodyguard. Will break through, like Ali. Handful of them will break through.
Right.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh? Huh? See, laugh at the party. I was the party clown. Most black folks can do that. What's the difference in being that and a comedian? Timing. Hey, man, you can just walk in here and say, people sitting there, wow, man. No, you prepared for this. You knew what this was going to be about. You read the books. Huh? So,
Right.
well, that's the same thing with athletes. When I see football on Sunday, I see slavery all over again. The Negroes in the field picking cotton with a ball, and the white folks sitting on the bench with a clipboard trying to act intelligent. Are you crazy? So that's what this is about. And them children better not make no noise while that game's on. Dad said, be quiet. That's what this is about. Don't nobody care about it. At one time, I was making more money than Frank Sinatra. White folks didn't make me. The agents I was with didn't know about me until I was big. It's the black folks that came. $5 a night. Didn't cost nothing to get in. 35 cents bottle of beer. You could sit through 3 shows. Why am I so powerful? I refused to do the same show over the next show. So I could start flat-footed last night and done 12 hours. I almost got out of show business. Dick Shawn, I went to see him downtown. I had to sit at the bar, they had no money. So I wasn't under no drink minimum. So I got there and I talked to the black guy that walked through the men's room that brush your shirt off, wipe stuff off your shoes. So I came back the next night. He said, how'd you like the show? I said, I'm just sad, man. I decided last night I was going to get out of show business. I saw this genius. He said, Dick Shawn? Man, he been doing that same shit for the last 30 years. I didn't know that. I didn't know that white folks' time is too valuable to sit through 3 shows. Cigarette falls on his lips. Now, I don't see the ones he missed. I said, wow, man. Cried. Not jealous, just, whew. And when he told me that, man, I didn't know that. So I went back into show business. Nobody knew.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew. Most of us in sold our soul. We just called it something else.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know about you, but I know when I was young and the girls would go to pee and we'd put more whiskey in and stuff. So the next day, I don't know what got into me. I did.
Right.
But it was black folks. I had to search this shit on my own. When I looked at Michael Jackson, looked at James Brown, that footwork, no envy. No envy. I knew Michael better than his family. I put Michael on a 30-day water fast. 30 days, nothing but water. And all he talked about is the James Brown. Not out of envy, but out of respect. And then one day, after 39 years, he went on the other side, was the moonwalk. The moonwalk. My 3-year-old grandchildren can out moonwalk Michael. Because once you break the lid off, then everybody jumps through. That's what that's about.
Right. And you kick that door open.
I didn't know nothing about show business. I didn't know that no black comic could work white nightclubs. I didn't know that. 8% of clubs was owned by the mob. He brought me in. Huh?